Last time, on the new Panther generation, the party struggled to return to shore. In the aftermath of the Blightwalkers' defeat and Sunny's death, the party did what they could to cope. Zeka and Artek largely isolated themselves, while the rest of the party assisted Mava in returning her ship and crew to as much a state of order as possible. As they were doing this, they discussed next steps and ultimately settled on moving towards Coral Point, a wealthy town to the east, for repairs. Zeka meanwhile contacted Mystara and learned that there was still a chance for Sunny to be returned, however faint, and insisted on moving towards that objective. There did remain the issue of the ship, however, but after agreeing to help pay Mava for repairs to the mast, they set to work assisting on bringing it to shore. Byron transformed into a whale to help tow the boat back, while Ode, Kezia, and Zeka helped repair the rudder. Morak, meanwhile, summoned a dust devil and just gave a little bit extra speed to the sails. But during all this, Artek remained isolated. Within him, he still felt the Blight's presence, weaker, but ever vigilant. And when Ode and Byron later approached him, he broke down, lamenting why this was all happening to him, and that he'd never done anything to deserve this. Ultimately, they didn't have any answers, though, and they simply encouraged him to push on, not just for his sake, but because they still cared about him too. Well, most of them still cared about him. Towards the end of the trip, as Artek was sleeping, he caught Zeka watching over him in the night, and two exchanged some tense words. Zeka promised to watch over Artek, not because he had any faith in him, but only because of what Sunny saw in him. Zeka, he saw clearly what Artek had become. The party arrived in Coral Point after a tense 8 days, and met with the Goblin Portmaster named Johnny Fivel as they docked. Johnny Fivel directed the party towards a few Coral Point's most popular establishments, and did allude to the fact that diamonds were in short supply in town, but did suggest citrine as an alternative multiple times. The party rudely rejected Johnny Fivel, but did make their way towards the loose coin purse, where they were once again suggested citrine. They also learned that the town's diamond supply had largely been bought up by Mr. Rocky Carnblast's Gauntlet of Wonder, and that sign-ups were probably the only way they were going to be able to find diamonds in time. Now moving across town, they met with Lily, an employee of Rocky Carnblast, and who offered them some information of sign-ups, including that of a very large cash prize being offered, and the party considered joining. Before they committed to anything, though, Ode and Kezia were curious if they could simply just steal one of the diamonds, and infiltrated the arena as it was being assembled. Things went mostly smoothly, a combination of acrobatics and teleportation allowing them to sidestep most of the guards, but Kezia did eventually trip and fall down the stands in full view of several guards, and after briefly escaping from their watch, they decided just to cut their losses.